Forward to the cloud. Yay. All right. We will, first of all, welcome you to class and thank you for coming. And we will get started. So we're going to start in our mountain pose in the chair. And, you know, if I was thinking a lot of this stuff is adaptable for standing and sitting. So if you ever need to stand up and do any of these, go ahead and do that. See, Marsha's doing that right now. She's like, yep, I'm out. No, I'm just kidding. So, and I got a chair now that I'm a little bit happier about than that last one I had. Although my pants stick to this one because it's kind of an old chair. Anyway, mountain pose. Feet are flat on the floor. You can lift up all your toes, and that kind of gets the arches fired up. So you can lower and lift the toes, kind of wiggle them. And then you can rock the feet side to side. And then kind of circling the ankles a little bit while still kind of staying grounded in the floor. So the ball of the feet are staying connected, and then switch direction. Okay, moving up to the knees. The knees are directly over the ankles, if you can make that happen. The thighs, ideally, we fit our chair so that our thighs are flat, like parallel with the floor. Sometimes, depending on your leg length and where you are sitting in the chair, there'll be like a slant, and you can compensate for that slant by propping up the knees or finding a different chair. So propping up not the knees, the feet, prop up the feet. That can make you a little bit more comfortable. Takes a little bit of the strain off the low back to have the knees just a wee bit higher. And then we're focusing on the seat. So you can shift your weight side to side. Kind of notice your balance in the seat. Notice the balance in your hips. So you can go side to side, front and back. Even close your eyes for this so you can maybe feel it a little bit more. Our eyes, we start to focus on something, we lose the other stuff. So like me, if I'm reading closed captioning on TV, I can't see anything else and I can't hear apparently. So if I'm reading, I can't use my other senses, it seems like. So we can close your eyes and we're gonna rock around feeling the balance of your seat bones. And those are gonna point straight down. You're gonna get tall through the spine. The shoulders can come up, back, and down slightly. So it's creating this openness through the chest. Belly button will draw in a little bit. Sometimes when we open through the chest, our belly kind of pops out the front, or at least that's what mine does. Want to draw the belly in to kind of support the spine. And then the head will rest parallel. The top of the head will be parallel with the floor. Or you can take your fist, rest it right on your collarbones, and set your chin on top. That will create the crown as the highest point. And then you can set your hands in your lap. Probably none of us actually sit like this, left to our own devices. I know I don't. Close our eyes or take a soft gaze. And we're going to check in and notice how we feel this morning. Notice the physical, the emotional, the energetic. Notice the big things and the more subtle things. And then notice the breath. Rise and fall of the belly and chest. The expansion in all directions as you inhale. And then we'll actually bring one hand to the belly and one hand to the upper chest, right below the collarbones. Kind of noticing the expansion and the gentle contraction of the belly and the chest as you breathe. Just doing this part of the practice, this kind of centering and grounding, this could be your meditation. This could be your kind of pause throughout the day. You know, it doesn't have to be the whole practice every day, all the time, or whenever. It can be just parts of it. Now, keeping the hand on the low belly, bring your other hand to the low back. Kind of like right around the sacrum area. And we're going to tilt the pelvis back. So you might feel some kind of bunching in the front, kind of flattening out in the back. And then we'll bring the pelvis forward, tilt it forward. Maybe feel the belly expand and the low back kind of arch a little bit more. So we'll do just a few of those, kind of tilting the pelvis forward and back. So inhaling, the belly expands, the pelvis tips forward. Exhaling, bringing the pelvis backwards. Just a couple more breaths here. Good. And then we'll release. We'll dip the chin towards the chest. Roll the right ear over towards the right shoulder. You can hold here or exhale and bring the chin towards the chest and roll left ear to left shoulder. So it's up to you. Go back and forth or hold. Now, some people will tip the head back, and that's enjoyable for them. It's not for me, so I don't teach that. But if you want to spin the head all the way around, go ahead. That works for you, but be mindful of the back of the neck. I've heard of people when they have their chin raised and the back of the neck crunched up, that they've actually lost like consciousness, kind of fainted or passed out. Can pinch nerves. And then we'll come back to center. We'll place our right hand on our right shoulder and bringing the elbow out to the side, we're going to circle, and we're circling to the back. So it goes up, back, and down. So clockwise. I get really confused when other instructors say clockwise and counterclockwise, because then I'm like, wait, is it your clockwise or is it my clockwise? And I think it's supposed to be mine. So I don't know why I get something like that. Just my way, I guess. And we'll release the right hand down. Release the left hand on the left shoulder, same thing, except for now we're counterclockwise. Your counterclockwise and my counterclockwise. When I was little, I had a really hard time telling time. Really difficult. The clock just, and even now, if the clock doesn't have numbers, I get really screwed up. Yeah, I don't know why. And so I would laugh when people would say clockwise or counterclockwise, because I always used a digital clock. And I still prefer it, but on my watch, what I have is 2 settings. So I have the numbers in the hands of the clock, but I also have the digital option kind of displaying at the same time. For some reason, 6 doesn't seem like it should be the very bottom. I don't know. I think my numbers are crunched up. Okay, come back to center, shake the arms out. We're going to bring both hands to the shoulders this time, and we're going to round through the upper back, bring the elbows towards each other, and then open. So see if you can come as open as possible, kind of thinking about keeping the chest open and the shoulders back. And then bring the elbows towards each other. You can round, you can bring your chin towards your chest. You can round your whole back if you want. Kind of a very comforting feeling for me anyway. But I tend to sleep like this. It's kind of strange. And then we'll open up and then round. Let's do two more opens. So this open and closed. And one more open, here we go. And then close. Good. And we'll shake out the arms, take some shoulder rolls to the back. Work a little bit here on the neck. So we're gonna take our left hand up by the ears. You can tilt your head to the right. And you're just going to draw your fingers down your neck. So you can use whatever pressure is comfortable to you. There's a method of horse massage, and they talk about different levels of firmness. And like the first firmness, it's a very, very light touch. So if you had an egg that you cracked open, that you can touch the yolk and not like dent it. You're denting it, but you're not like poking, your finger through it. And then it goes all the way up to denting a orange or a lime, I think. So there's different kinds of methods. So if you wanted to kind of dent your orange, you can use that much pressure. Okay. We'll just take a moment. Notice how the left side feels. And then we'll tilt our head to the left and do the right side. I'm drawing the fingers down the neck. So this kind of movement also is supposed to encourage lymphatic drainage, kind of sending everything back to be recycled. And use the pressure that feels good to you. My husband was picking on me the other night with my niece, saying how, like, when I get itchy, which is pretty much a daily occurrence, but I don't like light touches. And Ben's like, you can go up and you can grab hold of her, but just don't like brush your finger down her. Like, yeah. So the firmness that works for you. Okay, we're going to interlace the fingers behind the head. So my thumbs are pressing into the edges of each side of my spine. And so you can kind of pull up with your thumbs right into the atlas, the back of the cranium here. Hopefully I said that right. And then press you're rubbing up your neck and pressing your head back into your fingers. We'll do that just a couple more times here. All right, and then cradling your head, press your head back into your hands as you kind of lift up, creating some traction. The shoulder blades will come down your back. Kind of feel that sensation of moving the shoulder blades down. Good, and then we'll release. Shoulder rolls, shake anything you need to. Take some wrist rolls here. We're gonna wrist roll as we bring the arm up and over. And then wrist roll it right back down. And again, if you hold your breath at the top of the inhale, so you inhale all the way and then hold, it creates a more energetic kind of feeling, more, it creates some more energy here in the breath. And then we're going to sweep both arms up. Maybe hold at the top and then exhale, bring the hands through to the heart center, lifting the chest up to meet the thumbs. And then wrist roll. Side bend. Switching sides. Wrists up and over. Sweep both arms up. Get really, really, really tall through the spine, like you're gonna pop out the ceiling with your hands. And then exhale and fold. And you can continue to lengthen as you fold. You can grab, actually, if you're low enough, you can grab the floor, pull your chest forward for a halfway lift. Reach for your just below the knee, pull your chest forward, or reach the arms forward. So any variation that you want. And then exhale and fold. Sweep both arms up. And exhale, bring the hands to the heart. So I just found the higher up I lengthened and the more I lengthened as I folded, the closer I got to the ground. So you can even notice that. Sweep the arms up, or wrist roll, one arm up and over. And then wrist roll right back down. Switching sides. Wrist roll down. Sweep both arms up, getting really tall. Push the ceiling away. Exhale and fold. Inhale, halfway lift, whatever that looks like, a flat back. Exhale, fold. Sweep the arms up, come all the way up. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale back to center. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale back to center. Exhale, hands to the heart. Wrist roll. And wrist roll back down. Switching sides. Wrist roll down. Sweep both arms up. Push the ceiling away. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Flat back. Exhale again and fold. Inhale the arms all the way up. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale back to center. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale back to center. We're going to exhale, bring the right knee up, give it a squeeze. We'll hold here for a few breaths as we keep our chest lifted and our knee lifted. We'll take some ankle rolls here. Switch the direction of your ankle roll. We're going to extend and lower that foot down. Inhale, get tall through the spine. Exhale, left knee comes up. Give it a squeeze. Take some ankle rolls with the left here. Switch directions. Inhale, extend the leg, extend the arms. Come up tall, lower the left foot, and then bring the hands to the heart on the exhale. Okay, last time through, wrist roll. Follow your hand with your gaze if that's comfortable. Switching sides. Sweep both arms up. Push the ceiling away. Exhale and fold. Inhale up, halfway lift. Here's the guinea. Exhale and fold. Sweep both arms up. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale back to center. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale back to center. Exhale, right knee up, give it a squeeze. Inhale, extend. So the right leg is straight, the foot is flexed, the arms are up, the belly is in. So many things, right? And then we'll lower that right heel down. You can rest your hands on your left thigh. I'm just gonna grab something real quick here. My pants are sticking just enough, but I'm afraid they're going to scratch them. They're like a riding pant. I don't want them getting all nasty. They'll get nasty being at the barn as it is. Let's try not to do it during chair yoga. Taking a few breaths here. So you can hinge forward as much as is comfortable. It's going to create some, possibly some compression in that right hip. Maybe a stretch in the back of the leg. It's so nice to actually see you guys now. Granted, I can only see like your beautiful faces mostly, but it's so much nicer because before I could see like maybe ceiling and some outlines, but that's about it. Now it's like I can actually see. So we'll sweep the arms up. We're gonna give that left knee a squeeze on the exhale. Squeeze it in tight. Inhale, extend. Left foot is flexed. Belly is in, leg is straight. We'll lower it down. The left heel is down. The left foot is flexed. You can stay upright because that's still a big stretch, or you can hinge forward. Oh, Laura said her internet is out. Since we lost her a little while ago. And Nancy messaged me before class, or sent a message on Facebook that she was not going to be here today, but that she misses us. And she says hi. We'll sweep the arms up, draw that left heel back, chest up, exhale, lowering the hands to the heart. Let's just take a moment here to check in. Take a couple breaths. Good. Let's lift the right knee. And we were gonna grab just below the right kneecap here, and we're gonna circle. And it can be as big or as small as a circle as you want. It could also be not very circular. That's okay too. And then switch directions. Good. You can hold it out to the right. And then we'll cross over the left. So you can cross at the ankle or cross at the knee. And we're going to twist to the right. We're going to hold here for a couple breaths. Now you can use your left, the outside of your left forearm, to press into that outside of the right thigh. or maybe the outside of your hand to the outside of your thigh, depending on where you end up. Okay, and we'll untwist, uncross, and we'll circle the left leg down. Takes a little core engagement and balance just to do this. And then we'll switch directions. Okay, and then we'll fold it out to the left. I'm just staying centered. Bring it out to the left, and then we'll cross over the right. Knee over knee or ankle over ankle. And then this time we'll take the outside of the right arm to the outside of the left thigh. Twist to the left. Okay, we'll come back to center. Okay, and cross. And we're going to rock to stand. So leaning forward. I was going to say reaching and leaning, and I got leeching, which is not very appealing. Okay, and then we'll come all the way up, pressing through the heels. We'll come around behind the chair and march it out. So you can have one chair in front and one behind if that's... Sorry. Okay, we'll come into our mountain pose. Feet are flat on the floor. You can lift your arches again and lower. And the weight should be evenly distributed between the heels and the ball of the feet. Taking that belt buckle up. We're going to sweep both arms up. And then we're going to exhale and place the hands on the back of the chair and step back into our downward facing dog. So our down dog, you can have a very bent knee, but we want a flat back. That's mostly what we're looking for here, is a flat back. Okay, your elbows can be bent if that's more comfortable on your shoulders. We're going to inhale, look at the chair. Exhale, step the right foot forward. So you're up on the ball of the left foot. The leg is very engaged. The knee is straight on the back leg. The front knee is bent. You can sweep up one or both arms, or hold onto the chair. I was just thinking that because I have actually fallen out this back door before during yoga. So I might just do one hand. Let's not tempt fate. Exhale, plant both hands on the chair. Step that right foot back to meet the left. Come back into your downward facing dog. Inhale, look at the chair. Exhale, step the left foot forward. The left knee is bent now and the right leg is straight. You can inhale the other arm up, or excuse me, or both arms up. Exhale, plant the hands, step back with the left foot, back into your down dog. Inhale, look at the chair. Exhale, step both feet forward. Inhale, come up onto the balls of the feet. You can release the chair or hold the chair. And then exhale, lower the heels. Inhale, sweep one or both arms up. Maybe take a tiny back bend here at the top. And then exhale, bring the hands to the heart. Inhale, sweep both arms up. And what we'll do is we'll take our left hand, place it on our hip, and we're taking a side bend. So we're adding to our sun salutation here. Inhale, the left arm up. Right arm comes to the hip as you side bend to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, place the hands, step back into your down dog. Inhale, look at the chair. Exhale, step the right foot forward. Now we're up onto the ball of the left foot again here. We're going to lean forward slightly so that's a straight line from your left heel to the top of your head. And you can reach out in front. So you can reach with one hand or both. And your gaze is kind of just in front of your right foot. So your core is working, your front leg is working. A lot of effort here. Take another breath. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, plant the hands, step back into your down dog. Inhale, look at the chair. Exhale, step the left foot forward. We're going to inhale, reach the arms forward. So we're still in that long line from the heel of the right foot right up through to the fingertips. Inhale here. Exhale, plant the hands, step back into your down dog. Inhale, look at the chair. Exhale, step both feet forward. Inhale, up onto the balls of the feet. Exhale, lower the heels. Inhale, both arms up. Tiny back bend if you want. And exhale, hands to the heart. Good. So move into our balance pose here. So we do tree a lot. Tree is great. I want to do a little warrior 3. So we're going to place our right foot towards the chair, and our left foot will be slightly back. Okay? Both toes, both sets of toes, both toes, just 2 of them, are facing the chair. Place your hands on the back of the chair and start to shift your weight forward. So you can still have your toes of your left foot on the floor. And then shift back. Shift forward so more weight is going on that right foot. Maybe you start to lift the left foot off the floor. And then shift back. I just realized my head disappears when I do that. I'm going to come back a little bit more. So shifting the weight onto the right foot. Maybe your left leg starts to come a little higher. Lift as high as you can. So keep hinging forward. The right knee will have a little bend to it. And then lower down. Then come up to stand. March it out. Okay. So we're going to place the left foot forward this time. The right foot is back. All 10 toes are facing the chair. Place your hands on the back of the chair. Start to shift your weight forward onto that left foot. Come up onto the toes of the right foot and shift back. Shift forward and back. And as your left foot starts to take up more weight, maybe you can start to lift the right leg. Maybe you can lift it all the way. So it's one straight line from your head to your foot. Maybe not. That's okay. It's a weightlifting exercise for that standing leg. Lower it back down. Step back into your mountain pose. Check in. Okay, we're gonna come around to the front of our chair again. And we're going to do our gratitude. So our squat variation. So the legs can be together, could be hip width, or a little bit bigger than that. So it could be like the width of your chair legs. Or you can do a goddess variation with the knees and feet wide. So the knees are always, no matter which variation that you pick, your knees and your toes are always pointing in the same direction. Okay, so the knees aren't in, the knees are in if your toes are out. Okay, take your variation, go as deep as you want. You can go up and down if you want, or just hold. Okay, we'll take just a couple breaths here. And take a moment to think of something that you're grateful for. Or some things, could be multiple things. Nice, Carol's doing a nice mudra. Well, actually, even when our hands are together, that's also a mudra. So taking just a few more breaths. Smiling and thinking about what we're grateful for. I'm going to take a big inhale here. And exhale, lower down into your chair. Good. If your legs are wide, you can bring them back together. Kind of walk your seat bones around so you can find that comfortable position again. And we're going to move straight into a hip opening type of posture. So you are going to cross at the ankle or cross at the knee. And I have my right ankle over my left knee. This is the one that we do typically every class. You're going to flex. You can flex both feet, honestly. Your left foot, if that's the foot you're standing on, that's just flexed anyway. The right one is flexed up top. So if your knee is in the air, perfect, doesn't matter. Excuse me. We'll start to hinge forward if that's comfortable. We're creating compression in our hip. So in yin classes, there's a couple different ways we stress the connective tissue. But the stress is a good thing. It's not like our normal stress. You know, I think that we normally think of stress as a bad thing. So in yin, it's a good thing. And well, we're doing it all the time. We're always stressing our bones and our connective tissue and kind of muscles and stuff like that. And that's how they grow. Like muscles get stressed and they grow. So that's a good thing. But so we're putting stress on this hip and we're creating some compression. And in yin, that compression is a good thing. So when you open up again, blood flow is supposed to go back to that hip and kind of nourish and take care of and whatever. So we're also adding maybe some flexibility perhaps. Sometimes you kind of, especially hips, shoulders, different sets of joints and bones, that's where it is. You can't go any further because you're kind of bone on bone as far as like the ability to compress or open. And we'll uncross and take a moment before we switch to the other side. Kind of notice what that compression feels like on this right side. I really am trying myself to slow down between, like when I do something for self-care or whatever, is to maybe kind of take a break and notice how I feel afterwards. I just kind of rush from one thing to the other. I'm sure most of us do that, or I'm hoping most of us do that, and it's not just me. So it's nice to notice. Just take a moment and notice. Okay, and then we'll switch sides. So you can be ankle over knee or ankle to ankle, or you can prop one foot up on a block. You can have any kind of configuration. Literally, your imagination is the limit. So you can allow this knee to be wherever it is. The left foot is flexed, and if you want to, if it's good for you, if it feels good, you can start to hinge forward a little bit, add some more compression to that hip. I think it's so incredible how we are affected by the weather. But today and yesterday with sunshine and stuff, it's like, yeah. A couple days before that, or whatever, the day before that, when it was kind of yucky out, I didn't even want to get out of bed. We need like LED screens on our house windows, so it like looks like it's sunny and bright out. So if we are in the house, it just looks like it's beautiful out. Just a couple more breaths here on this side. And we'll start to sit up. We'll uncross this side. Check it. Take that moment. More moments. Ideally, it would be really cool to do that whole thing like where we started, is one hand on the chest, is one hand on the belly, but not required. But it would be nice to do something and then check in. Wind's picking up here. Okay, we'll release. We'll come to our knees pointing to the right if you can, if you don't have arms on your chair. Otherwise, just going to move to the edge if you can. We're going to bring the left leg back. So this is very similar to that pose that we do in our sun salutation, standing behind the chair. We're opening up the hip flexor on the left side correctly. Now you can kind of lean forward a little bit. You can lean back. That will increase or decrease the amount of stretch in this hip flexor. Try not to overdo it. Try not to go for gold here. Just try to feel it maybe a little bit, and that's where you stay. We'll take a few breaths here on this side. This is kind of an area that is constantly shortened because we're sitting so much. Bring that left leg forward, and then notice it as we start to shift to the other side. And then we'll bring the right leg back. So you can be up on the toes or have the top of the foot down. For me, it tends to give me a cramp in my ankle, so figure out which one works better for you. You can lean forward, you can lean back. This particular chair does not love this position. It kind of wants to dump me out. So if you have a chair that is trying to assassinate you, you might have to shift your balance a little bit. Maybe come back further so that your thigh is supported by the chair. This might be a little less comfortable, but it's not quite as dangerous feeling. We'll bring that right leg back. I'm sitting in your chair again. Whew, that right side, I can really feel that one. Back into your mountain pose. Just do a little bit of abs here before we move into our hand stuff. So coming to the edge of your chair, I'm going to do it from the side. Hopefully I don't fall out. Just to show you. Woo, yeah, I am going to fall out. We're going to lean back slightly. So it's that kind of thing. But I'm going to do it in a safe way. So I'm going to face you guys. I'm at the edge of my chair. My hands are out kind of to counterbalance a little bit. And you can lean back. You might lean back so much you can touch your chair and then come forward again. Come all the way back up to a seat. And then come back again. Kind of like crunches a little bit without all the hassle of getting on the floor and inevitably getting covered in dog hair if you're at my house. Although the she shed floor doesn't have as much dog hair in it because the dogs don't really, not really allowed in here, not that much. They tend to run around, get all muddy, and then walk all over my yoga mat. I don't like that, but I'm not down with that. So take just a couple more here. I want to find a safe place for my device outside, so I can do it like outside the she shed. I'd like to do it around the goats because they're so stinking cute, but the problem is they're super, super naughty, and they would just start chewing on my iPad, I'm sure of it, knocking things over. They come all the way back up. Shake everything out, take some shoulder rolls. I was practicing headstands out back last year, year before. We're gonna tap the outside or the karate chop part of the hands. And I set up my camera out back, and I was in the little goat pasture. And I was like, oh, great. You know, I'll check my video after. I was videoing my headstands. I watched the video, and it was a goat the whole time, just standing in front of the camera, like staring at it, eating grass. I was like, it was super cute, but I was like, okay, I can't see any of me. So they're very cute, but they're naughty. The heels of the hands. I've asked if I would do goat yoga. Well, they're not like baby goats, so they're kind of heavy. They're probably, I don't know, I'm assuming they're a good 100 pounds, if not more. So I don't know if you want 100 pounds. No, Carol's like, no. And then the bottoms of the thumbs. They're kind of good from far. You kind of, oh, aren't they cute? And then, you know, not on you. One of them is super, super sweet, though. He like wants to be with people more than eating. I let them out yesterday on the lawn, and they decided that this guy, Waylon, decided that he didn't need to eat. He wanted to give Jared love. So he's harassing Jared on the steps the whole time. We're going to take our palm out, and we're going to punch into our palm. Jared didn't even have food. Waylon was just like, we're hanging out. We're going to do this. And switch. Marsha looks like she's got some hostility to get out. She's like, I've been cooped up for weeks. Okay, the backs of the hands. I believe some restrictions were just eased up here for Vermont for like outside things and like the amount of people that could be somewhere. So that basically means I can start back up with my actual riding lessons for outside people. So that's pretty exciting. Still have to keep the people in the barn to a minimum. And keep your snotty kids at home. Switch. tricky part is what's allergies and what's a cold at this point, or what's, you know, some kind of other thing. I'm 41 years old and I can't tell the difference half the time. I'll be like, oh my God, I'm dying. And Ben's like, I think you have allergies. Okay, we'll interlace the fingers. There's a chicken. When they were babies, I would put my phone in there and they would peck at the little red recording thing on my tablet or my phone. It was so cute. Hold and switch. Okay, and then the webbing between the thumb and the forefinger. I don't know if you can hear it, but there's an egg laying song going on in the background here. Somebody is laying an egg. My aunt and I joke about how they have this like really loud song when they're about to lay an egg, and how that wouldn't you want to not have call attention to yourself if you're about to lay an egg? Switch. But I look at it as, look at the size of an egg versus the size of a chicken. You'd be screaming too, I think. It's probably not a, hey, look at what I did thing. It's probably like a, oh my God, this is killing me. Okay. Then we're going to take our hands and place them on a body part or body parts that are challenging to us at the moment. We're sending love to those spots, acceptance, appreciation, energy, any and all of those things. Can bring a smile to your face. Smile with your lips, smile with your whole face if you can. Relax your jaw a little bit. Going to slowly remove our hands. We'll walk our seat bones back into the chair as much as we need to be comfortable. This is a great time, maybe for next class, to have a blanket or a rolled up blanket or a bolster underneath your feet. It's kind of comforting and relaxing, and you can sit back. You can take your index finger and your thumb and place them to each other and extend the other fingers long. You can place your fingers palms up to receive, palms down for grounding. Just check in. Check in with the body, notice how you feel. Notice your emotions, your energy. I have some great little cards here. They are a Seeds of Intention card. I'm going to draw a card, and this can be your intention for the day, the rest of the day, or you can think of one of your own. For today, I listened to my heart. bring our hands to our heart. Think about what listening to the heart means. I think I listen more to the gut than the heart. Maybe they're the same thing, I don't know. We'll thank ourselves for practicing together this morning. Or if you're watching the replay, thank yourself for practicing with us at some other time. May we all feel loved, grateful, and connected. And may we have the strength and courage to overcome any obstacles before us. From my heart to your heart, peace and namaste. And meeting is